So let's get a quick recap of the kind of shenanigans we got up to last week. The first half of the ball. Must I pick a victim or do we have a willing recapper?
We're in hell.
You're not in hell.
Not quite.
Pretty much.
We started the thing, the ball. It's not called a ball. I know it's not called a ball.
I thought it was a ball.
Is it a ball?
Lovely night. It's a feast. Well,
it's
actually,
a feast. It's a party of some kind.
It's a celebration of your arrival into society.
Definitely our arrival into society, and definitely not Lulen's re-arrival into society. Except this is the first time, not the second. Awkward. We started that, and as we were walking in, key moment, Strand made eye contact with a very nice looking, very wet looking concubine.
Consort.
Wow. All the
Consort.
Pretty sure courtier was
courtier. Courtier is like courtier is like a courtesan.
She was definitely a fucking courtesan.
Courtesan. We found the C word. We had to go through like 4 different C words though. So he made eye contact with her, and he, being the man who has been dead for a really long time and doesn't understand social cues, went up to her, made eye contact, and talked to her. And she was like, "Wow, are you going to watch me?" And he said, "Yeah." And that is very clearly a sign of you basically now being in a relationship with this courtesan. We keep going. Strand and Mery get sat down by themselves at a table, whereas Lulen and Aphelion get led to the big table. And as we approach the big table, Sarastra, her royal majesty, looks at the only open chair at the table next to the love of our lives, the Black Prince, and whispers to him. He says, "What?" Or he says something back, and then he gets magically teleported into the seat next to him, which he had kept open for someone. At which point, Lulen is then invited up to sit in that seat, and the Black Prince throws a tantrum, literally banishes the person who is sitting in the chair next to him, and then Aphelion is lovingly guided to that seat after greeting Her Royal Majesty first, and then going. So yeah, we sit down, we eat the first 2 courses. There are dances in between each. We have a toast, and Aphelion chose the Prince Ale. I do believe Lulen chose not the queens, but the
princesses.
Yes. Mery tried.
Lulen tried to get the princesses, but I think
Mery tried to get the princesses.
That's what I meant. Sorry,
Lulen full on went with the princes because she felt bad for slighting him.
Yes, and not because she didn't want to choose Sarastra's. Awkward. And so Strand chose the king's cordial,
naturally,
of course. And Mery chose Sarastra's wine, the queen's wine, and Strand took poison damage, so it didn't do a lot, but it took damage from drinking the king's cordial. Then we were approaching our 3rd course, and before we got to that course, we of course had to have the entertainment and the dance occur, except the courtesan has decided that she is not coming out, and she will not come out until, the love of her life, the Dark Prince, the Black Prince, says that, they're still dating or something. The Black Prince turns to Aphelion and says, "Go fucking deal with that, please." Except he didn't say please, and he didn't say fucking. So Aphelion grabs Lulen. We get Strand and Mery.
That's not how that went.
Yeah, you're right.
He turned to fucking Lulen first.
Yeah, he did. You're right. He threatened Aphelion. You're right. He goes to Lulen and says, "You fucking deal with this." Turns to Aphelion and says, "You fucking deal with this or I kill you." And then Strand and Mery join because we're going on a party trip, side trip. And we get to this hallway. We are a door down from the room. And this room that we're in has this beautiful courtesan who is throwing the biggest hissy fit you ever goddamn seen. She's sad. She's pretty. She's very easily swayed by Aphelion calling her pretty and Lulen saying that she'll sleep with her. Strand.
That's not what was said. Lulen said that she'd watch her ass.
Oh, I'm sorry. What part of are you propositioning
Strand also
me?
said he would watch his,
Where is Strand right now?
And Strand is currently receiving a private dance from that courtesan he met. We leave Strand to what Strand's doing. We've convinced the courtesan to dance. We go. We need a seat for Mery because we can't leave Mery alone. And Lulen, of course, messages like full-on cantrip ass. I'm gonna talk to the fucking queen. Messages Sarastra and is like, "Yo, I need a seat for my ward." And we make her a seat, please. And Sarastra turns around, pats her lap, and says, "I got a seat right here, baby." And so that's where Mery is, and that's where we ended this session.
Woo!
Yes, our daughter is sitting on the lap of the big bad of our campaign.
Who is technically her grandmother.
Hey, you put that language away.
But it's like twice adopted, though.
Yeah. That doesn't change a thing.
No blood relation.
She's the adopted daughter of her adopted daughter. So.
No, she's the adopted daughter of the forcibly adopted daughter.
Yeah.
Wait, she's the forcibly adopted daughter of the forcibly adopted daughter.
I think we asked
here.
Mery.
True, but
but did Oma?
True.
Oma did not ask, correct.
All right. There's our recap. So, thank you, Bird. All right. So, yes, we left off with Mery in Sarastra's lap. Not in Sarastra's lap, but, hovering just a few millimeters above it. Like, easy mistake to make, truly. And Strand, of course, with the lovely, lovely Mora Moon water, the rain cloaked, receiving that private dance. But I believe you had a question that you wanted to ask her before.
Yes.
She got more distracted.
Are we going back in time? Is that what's happening?
Or you could ask after as some, not pillow talk, because it's a dance. But yeah, a bit later in the evening. Go ahead and ask before we,
okay,
continue on with the feast downstairs.
Mora, you are a very talented dancer.
Thank you.
You mentioned you've been up to the surface and that, the water there sort of inspired all this art that you do. Have you spent much time up there?
Oh, I'd say it's less about the amount of time and how much it meant to you, I think a moment can really change your life, don't you think?
Oh, I do.
Yeah?
There have been many moments in my life that have changed everything pretty drastically.
He slowly nods, not super listening, as she's scooping up some of the items she has strewn about a small center table in between the different places to sit in the very cozy area in her room. She scoops up some pearls and some blue crystal objects, and then lets them fall between her fingers before looking up at you. Why do you ask?
Well, you love the surface, right? Or at least the thought of the surface, the beauty of it.
I'd say that would be correct. Have you been?
I don't believe I have been to the surface.
Oh, well, that's too bad.
It is too bad, ain't it? But if you like it so much, what are you doing in a place like this, so dark and dreary?
Why are you considering taking me away from it all? I like it here.
Yeah?
I like the surface, but this is home.
I can respect that.
The sun is beautiful, but it really begins to bother you after a while.
Oh, yeah. You know, I have seen the sun once upon a time. You ever been to the Tenebrous Plain?
No, haven't heard of it. Why? What's it like?
Oh, it's just grass as long as you can see. Sunlight. Scary, like cursed children that run around every here and there.
I'm sorry, are you speaking of it fondly? I thought I detected, or... Are you laughing at me?
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at my own stupidity.
I'm sorry, I'm not following, but... Is that where you're from? Am I...
No. I'm from here, actually, and I sort of knock on the stone walls.
Oh, are you of the court? I haven't recognized you. Well, you seem familiar,
I was of
but...
the court.
Oh.
Yeah, formerly.
Haven't seen you around.
Yeah, I haven't been around in quite a while.
Maybe that's why you're so alluring. New meat does that.
New meat, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Is this your home, too? This, court? You belong to it?
For now. I've danced a lot of places. I could leave whenever I wanted, but this is definitely one of the better places to be.
You could leave, huh?
Could. I just don't have much of a reason to. What brings you here? You're not a dancer.
Oh, no.
Knew how to move a bit.
Well, technically, so long as we are here in court, I'm the protector of the Princess Lulen.
Oh, a blood royal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. The rest of the pearls and the gems, fall out of her hand, and she immediately, sits up a bit more, giving you more of her attention.
Frightened?
No, she seems intrigued and,
intrigued, okay.
Moves a little closer to you, hands on the couch, shifting her body to begin to move closer.
Okay.
Well, then what are you doing all the way up here when your blood royal you're meant to be protecting is all the way down there? Is that unresistible? And she'll bat her eyelashes.
Indeed you were.
Bit distracting.
Is it a distraction if it's all 100% worth it?
Oh yes, it's still a distraction.
Trying to think about where to go next from here.
We can gloss over a bit more of the interaction. If you would like to pursue wooing her, you have one success so far, but for this next one, you'll have to make a skill check of some kind. So let me know if you want to impress her and woo her, what kind of skill check you would like to do for this kind.
Well, that's hard to say because I don't necessarily want to quote unquote woo her. I'm more so just playing along and trying to get some insight into some things. But also,
this could totally be.
It is making me see different colors.
This could also play into you, pulling her along, because the stronger your relationship with her is, the easier it will be to get certain things out of her, convince her to do things for you. So
yeah, but I don't
feel tied into
her, Okay,
well,
because it feels manipulative. So I'm really trying to tiptoe around here.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can also, have Strand make up an excuse to leave, and we'll have you appear back downstairs or wherever you'd like to go after a good amount of time.
I think it's a good thing to make her kind of want to pursue me instead. So,
okay, leave her wanting more.
Yeah, but that also feels manipulative and weird. But anyway, well, I assume this is after a while.
Yeah. You guys had your whole fade to black dance scene.
Well, it was a delight to see you again. And I'm likely to be around in this court for quite a bit longer. If you ever wanted to find me, you can. But I have to get back to my duties.
Sad to see you go, but I understand. Consider seeing you again.
I think you should.
Don't count on it, lover boy.
Oh? Okay. And I'll head out.
I'll give you a very small wave.
I'll give her a wink. Because that's what hot guys do, right?
I don't know. You should ask Hot Strand.
Yeah, Hot Strand on the other side
He's
of
in the other room, right?
Yeah.
Mary's sitting right next to him right now.
Yeah.
I don't know that yet.
Yeah. Or shuts behind
you to walk in.
Yep. And we'll head downstairs for what was happening during your little dance. All right. So we ended the session right when Mery sat on Sarastra's left knee. Lulen and Aphelion, your seats are still open to Sarastra's right. The order of where you were sitting last time went Sarastra at the head, Lulen, the Black Prince, Svenk, and then Aphelion. Those 2 seats are still open to you guys.
Yeah, gonna go sit back down.
Aphelion will also go to sit back down, but he will pause before sitting down and whisper in the Black Prince's ear. He'll like lean forward, bring his hand up, but he won't touch. And I've cooked on this, okay?
You cooked on it? Okay.
Got it. And Aphelion is going to say she'll be out, the dancer, but as a quick aside, when an appropriate time comes for me to retire for the night, would you mind walking me out?
And in his other ear.
Okay. Hit me with it. Gotta go in this guy's head. Okay.
As Lulen's sitting down, it's just lean over and in, a low tone, again in his other ear, it's just, I did you a favor. Keep that in mind in future. We'll sit down.
Caught between a rock and a hard place.
Literally. Okay. His face pinches and he looks first towards Aphelion, like with an eyebrow raise, kind of giving an incredulous look, and then whips it around to look at Lulen, the same expression before. Suddenly, every single light, even the lantern dragonette, their lights go completely out. And then a brazier ignites in the center of the hall. The flames roar and smoke begins to fill the air. A shadow fae maiden, dressed in gray veils of smoke, dances into the hall, who of course you immediately can recognize as Ulara, the dancer that you just brought down. There are cinders falling from her black hair, and her golden eyes shine through the darkness. Her bare feet scatter the coals from the brazier as she approaches it, and the smoke slowly starts to fade. Her breasts and hips shake and push waves of rippling heat outward towards all of you. Courtiers ring their glass goblets, shouting, "Ulara! Ulara!" As she begins to approach, like slowly and sensually moving up the table towards the head where the blood roils and all of you sit. The air feels almost strange and different as she gets closer and closer to you. If you'd like to make any check to analyze her performance or decide that she's above you paying too much attention to, let me know. You could make a perception, investigation, arcana. If you'd like to move in your seat, you could make a performance check even. Just let me know how you're feeling.
Aphelion would like to actually sit down. He didn't sit down.
You weren't sitting down yet?
No, he had leaned over.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And like he's like standing there, and the dance starts, and he's like, and he sits down. Would you allow a performance check to make it the sitting down as smooth as possible? Just like.
Yes.
Maybe even like draw attention to the fact that he was just whispering in the prince's ear in a very sensual manner, maybe. We're pretending. Okay, we have to make it real. Real looking.
Roll. You said a performance check?
Yeah.
Roll it, baby. Roll it.
Yeah, so
see where it lands.
Okay, 16.
Okay.
So, is that a success? How good does Aphelion do?
So to
Before
a
I
regular
describe.
eye, it's quite smooth. However, you are surrounded by some quite powerful fae. So you can describe this in a way that seems smooth, but they're like looking at you with out of the corner of their eyes, with their third eyes, etc. You are being perceived as the awkward mess you are.
From afar. Oh, yeah, I could do the thing, though. I could use my inspiration, though.
It's not worth it, dog.
It's not worth it. From dog.
So funny.
From afar, it appears as though Aphelion, like, gracefully steps away from the prince and gives him some sort of look. From afar, you can't see what sort of look it is. And he, like, sits down gently as the dancer is approaching. Right next to him, the Black Prince sees Aphelion's face go 3 different shades of blue. Then immediately, like, his eyes go dead, lock down on emotions, and he, instead of what looks like a nod or a bow, is like a full body jerk. A slow one, but a jerk nonetheless, and then like robotically sitting down. It looks good from afar.
Very nice. All right, you finally sit down.
Bitch.
Meanwhile, Yulara is approaching. Lulen, how are you handling this?
Yeah, Lulen's pretending to be interested, like pretending to be attentive, just to not upset her, the poor thing. But,
Jeez.
he's kind of a little bit more worried about Mery next to her. But so it's like, yeah, very nice. Oh my fucking god, is Mery okay? Yeah, I'm totally paying attention. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, if I could do a performance or a deception, that'd be grand.
You're doing a deception so that you can pretend you're not paying attention to Mery and instead paying attention to Yulara, who you're not paying attention to.
No. I'm hoping that, the darkness of the room and the veil helps. So,
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and make the deception.
Fab.
Nice.
Okay, that's
It's an 18.
That's an 18. Yeah.
Eloquence things. Okay. So, same deal. Yulara hips are still swaying. She's still kicking some coals along with her, almost bouncing them between her feet as she goes, continuing to move closer and closer. As she gets about 30 feet from you guys or so, she's so close that the heat coming off of her kind of washes over your face, and you begin to feel that flushness creeping up. Go ahead and both of you make a wisdom save for me.
Oh, God.
Yes.
The brazier in the center of the room is pulsing like a heartbeat as...
Okay. I'm going to use 2 probability die on me. Good luck, Lulen.
Oh, I was going to offer you a bardic, but...
I can give you one.
No,
I'm
that's okay.
fucking with you. You rolled a 2.
I'm gonna use my fucking DM.
worth it?
It is worth it.
There we go. Better.
Okay.
Have a bardic.
I've got a 21. I will not use my
Never
bardic.
mind.
I won't use my bardic.
Oh my goodness. You guys went from both failing to both succeeding. Woo. Okay.
Woo!
So I will say you guys feel for a moment that just instinctually you want to regard whichever is appropriate, you, Lara, as a very close friend, someone you desperately want to protect, or the target of a massive crush, something along those lines. But you take a moment and you feel that feeling drop and pull away from you as you're able to remove yourself from it and avoid it, kind of bewildered.
Oh, she's very pretty. Wait a minute. Let me remember the stroke he had not 5 minutes ago.
Between the two of you, however, you hear Thank stands up as she's getting closer and hollers louder than anyone else in the room towards her.
Oh my god. Aphelion puts his fucking head in his hand.
Yes, so does Lulen.
Can I? I can't touch him. Aphelion gives him the dirtiest look. The dirtiest look.
Across from you guys and a few people down, Yulara, she stops at another Shadow Fae, whose eyes look as if he wants to devour her completely. She smirks, looking down at him, kind of flicks her hair back, kind of bits of it are slick as she's sweating from the fire and the effort from her dance. But she flicks her hair back to kind of disguise the fact that she looks over at Svenk and the three of you before leaning down to kiss this man in front of her. He seems his body almost shakes when her lips touch his. And when she releases his chin from where she's scooped him up and pulled him up so that their lips can meet, when she releases, he just he falls down and has a dreamy look on his face as he looks up at her still. She finishes her dance, coming to be right in front of you guys. The look of desire doesn't leave Svenx's eyes as she meets the head of the table and dances for Sir Astra and the rest of the Blood Royals. She winks down at you, Lulen.
What's Svenx's reaction?
He doesn't seem to notice really, or maybe he even thinks it was for him. Who knows?
Okay, if he noticed, Lulen would have maybe done something because she's in a bitchy mood. But yeah, Lulen's gonna pretend to do the hot person nonchalant thing of yeah, you winked at me, cool. No response other than a smile.
All right, and just like that, the dance of veils, she finishes up. The brazier goes out. The lights of the lantern dragonettes reawaken, and the hall is bright again, or bright for the Shadow Realm at least. And your meal continues. You've survived the 3 dances.
Don't you holler.
No, that's your man's job.
That's my man's job, exactly. It's last night he was begging me. Oh no, 4 days ago he was begging me for something, and now he's hollering at another woman.
Oh dear.
Was he begging my possessed self to murder his stepmom? Maybe. But he was begging.
Hey, that's kind of base though. Maybe if he brought that energy to the feast, we wouldn't have beef right now.
She's right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next course that comes out is Raven's Pie with Archery, Stork Legs and Sparrow's Tongues, Beet Foam, Apple Darts and Hatchling Eggs, and Silver Goblets of Cloudberry Liquor. What would you like to partake in, Aphelion?
What is he eating? What is he drinking? What is he doing?
Oh my goodness. He's gonna get a bit of everything. He's a prince. I don't...
Okay, cool. Aphelion just goes for the liquor.
Okay.
Strong
What about you,
choice.
Lulen?
We'll try the Raven's Pie.
All right, so Raven's Pie is brought out for the 2 of you. That means, yes, as a servant next to the two of you brings out the raven's pie and is getting ready to slice it for you so that you may partake in it, a long cut is done down the center of the pie, and then ravens emerge up into the air. Spunk is a bit more prepared than you and quickly grabs a knife from the setting and throws it at one of the ravens. Okay. So that hits. The raven falls down directly onto his plate, and he turns around to begin enjoying it. What do you do, Lulen?
Lulen will mimic, I suppose, and will take a knife as well, and we'll try
The
to
servant
hit it.
holds up a bow and arrow for you. Off to the side.
Perfect.
Mhm.
She picks up a knife, kind of a little bit like, oh, there's a proper way to do
My
this.
lady,
All right.
my lady.
Yeah, she'll take it and try and hit it down. Is it just a short bow attack?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I do have proficiency in short bows.
Hey.
So,
There you go. Yeah.
Ooh.
fuck's sake. Never
You
mind.
shoot some other visitor and there's just blood everywhere. You just
Shoot
kill a
it down
guest.
the table.
Can I give Lulen, in place of a probability die, can I give her my inspiration?
This is such a thing to waste it on.
Is it? You're gonna ruin your fucking image like that?
Sure.
You have to be good at
Go
archery.
ahead. It's all of your guys' inspiration anyway.
Go ahead and take 2 probability die. Aphelion is fucking looking you dead in the eye and is like, succeed.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Oh my god.
Hey, we matched.
Hey.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. With an 18, you shoot down the raven, and it also plops down into your plate beautifully. For a moment, it looks like you're about to strike one of the lantern dragonets instead, but then the raven suddenly, something happens with its wing, and it drops a bit out of the sky, and it slams right into it and falls gracefully down upon your plate.
Meanwhile, Aphelion sneezes into his elbow, very politely, but it is a little loud, yes.
You gain a +1 to your status as there's a roar of applause in the hall for the two of you.
Hey.
Aphelion gives the thumbs up. He tries to be sneaky about it.
I think for one of the first times that week, Lulen smiles at Aphelion.
Oh yeah, that's right, we're fighting! It's okay, Aphelion would have done this anyways.
The fight didn't happen to you, so it makes sense that you'd forget.
Aphelion has just been really depressed this week, and he's like, oh my god, I was able to help Lulen. Thank you. That's so good and feels so good.
All right, the cloudberry liquor is delicious. Mery is also going to have the raven's pie with archery, smiling as watching the two of you. And she doesn't speak directly to any of the servants. Instead, Sarastra says something to her in a very low voice. And Mery turns her head, her ear towards, and Sarastra leans down ever so slightly more to keep it even more private between the two of them. And then Mery smiles, and this time you hear, "Oh, the raven!" And Sarastra beckons to the servant that is just now receiving the bow back from you to bring it to Mery. And she will attempt her shot. She's not proficient with
I'll give her a
short bows.
bardic.
Okay, very sweet of you. Your bardic is a d8.
Yes.
All right. And it's unfailing, so even if she fails, she'll keep it. Ooh, 13. She aims it, and unfortunately, it just barely hits the raven. A few feathers come off, but the arrow instead lodges into the ceiling. immediately very bummed, kind of her face becoming very like downfallen. She kind of mumbles, "Oh, sorry." Sarastra kind of waves her hand and kind of to the servant gestures for them to cut the pie again. And it's audible this time, but Sarastra says, "A princess does not give up, nor a queen." And another raven will be brought up. She still has your bardic inspiration because it's unfailing. Ooh. You know, she technically could succeed.
She could.
Ooh.
We added 2 again.
Mary. Is there some poor fuck also trying to do this? Can I silvery barb them and give the advantage to Mery?
I mean, there are a couple other people in the room doing this. Yeah. Okay.
Are there just a whole bunch of loose birds in the dining hall?
Oh, yes.
Flying around?
That's what this course is all about. Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so unsanitary.
Perhaps you're happy that Strand is missing this one.
A little bit.
Oh.
Mary. Baby. No.
Re-roll the die for the bardic.
Yay!
All right, so with how much you assisted her with this, how does your magic play into this moment? Like, how do you take back some of this power from Sarastra as she sits on the queen's lap?
Lulen is going to lean a little bit closer to Sarastra. She hates that sentence. And will go to Mery and go, "I know you can do this." And look, and we'll point again to some random fuck at like the other end of the table, which she fucks over and goes, "You have so much potential, and look, they failed, so you can now succeed." More like nicely pat her hair, but mom, not the fucking digging nails in like you did last time. Holy. But yeah, so the magic is more Lulen's magic of, it's more subtle, it's more just trying to make Mery believe in herself rather than fucking Grandma Sarastra saying weird shit about princesses and that.
As your hand, you stroke Mary's hair for a bit, probably a gesture that you've done countless times.
Yeah.
She very quickly, before you pull it away all the way, it juts out and she reaches for you, tries to catch you, and like squeezes your hand for a little bit, like she doesn't want to let go. Sarastra shifts, however, and even though she's not actually on Sarastra's lap, not actually touching her, the magic that is holding her up, it moves away, kind of disguised as Sarastra is shifting in her seat, separating the two of you. But Mery still looks at you. You're the last thing that she looks at before she takes this final shot and succeeds. The bird plopping down onto her plate. A huge grin erupts on her face, and she looks at you, so happy that she did it.
Lulen is very annoyed by Sarastra doing that, but doesn't let it show on her face as she gives Mery a big smile back and claps.
As Mery is beaming at you, Sarastra leans down again and whispers in the ear, her left ear, the one that's closer to Lancelot, who was also watching this entire exchange with just solemn, blank expression, but watchful eyes. You have a moment to eat. There's some talking, whispering. The Black Prince drinks some more of his wine and then kind of murmurs down towards Aphelion. "You want me to escort you out then?" That's what you asked.
Yes, just to my room, and then we're fine.
That's a long way to go.
Well, how far would you be willing to go?
So forward.
What? Aphelion looks at him confused.
What are you actually asking me?
To walk me out so that no one tries to murder me on my way out for sitting next to you?
He drops the coyness of it since he hasn't been looking at you, just kind of looking into his goblet and the like, swirling it, doing anything else to kind of distract the fact that he's talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
He looks at you now, like someone is trying to kill you other than yourself. The last bit is a bit more pointed.
No, I don't know, but there was a woman who tried to fight me over this, and I'm sure this public display that you've set up is not going to help me much.
I'm sorry, what did I set up?
Aphelion looks him dead in the eye, and then looks at his chair, and then looks back.
He's gonna get so annoyed that people keep doing that.
What? Just look at him, look at thing, look at him.
Look at him, look at chair, look at him.
I had my reasons. Kind of barks at you, like yanks his eyes away, looking incredulously, more so in Lulen and Sarastra's direction, just away from you.
Yeah, Lulen's full on side-eyeing him, taking a sip of her drink, and then goes, oh shit, the second he looks over.
Through, like, gritted teeth, he'll direct a what at you, Lulen.
Aphelion peeks over his shoulder and gives Lulen, like, wide eyes underneath the veil.
Don't ask for clarification you don't want. Sip.
Aphelion giggles.
Bullying this poor man.
No, do tell, sister. What is that supposed to mean?
Lulen raises an eyebrow. It's like, gotten very familiar in the one course you've spoken to me. All right.
Was that out loud?
Yeah, she's full on, like, she's mumbling it, but it's, like, audible.
Oh no, whatever disdain you feel for me, it's mutual.
Aphelion pouts.
Disdain? That's a strong word, but good to know your feelings. No, I've just heard a lot about you from my friend here.
Oh no, Aphelion's pout turns into horror.
Do tell.
Oh god, Daisy, what are you about to say?
I don't know what I'm about to say. That's the beauty of it. Oh, I think that is not a very good talk for the dinner table. Although, I suppose you wouldn't know much about that, given what you did when you first sat down. I mean, what? No, it's fine.
What are you trying to reference out of character?
Him
What do you
grabbing
say?
your
Seat
hand and
arrangement. Oh, that.
him grabbing your hand and fucking scratching you under the table.
Interrupting this line of speaking, it is now time for the fourth course, which you have the option of receiving cocooned badger a la Drell with fish sauce, memorial beef, varied mushroom accompaniments, root vegetables, golden goblets of skull wine. That's all. Strand, this is about when you could re-enter the hall if you'd like, or the upstairs is quite vacant. The choice is yours.
I know that next door, that person just left and they were trashing the room. Yeah?
Yulara, yeah.
Did they close and lock the door?
No, she probably didn't. Can check.
I want to take a look in that room.
Okay.
Very briefly. Very, very briefly.
That's what they all say. The door, as soon as you turn the knob, it's very easy to push it open. And you do so?
Yes, of course. I walk in.
Yeah, it's still a bit of a mess. You do see almost like invisible forces are pulling these things from a couple points. You see some of the silks and tapestries that she tore off her wall being moved and shifted, and the room is already cleaner than the small look at it you got while Aphelion and Lulen were trying to convince her to come downstairs. Seems that they've been at work while everyone's been away and you've been occupied.
Could I look and see if there is an easy to find journal or diary or something that this person has?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Okay. -1, 11 total. Can I have Charon guide me?
Sure.
Awesome.
You dude.
14 total.
Yeah, with a 14, the room is such a mess. Really, finding much of anything would probably be pretty difficult, even if you knew where it was supposed to go. You don't see like any kind of desk or anything. There's not even really much of a bed. There's just kind of a plush corner of the room that has pillows and the like on it. Almost nest-like, really. There doesn't seem to be a place that shouts that it would have a diary or journal in it.
Okay. Strand will not spend more than 3 minutes here and will promptly leave.
All right. Where do you head to next?
To the dining hall.
To the dining hall. All right, then you will make it in time for this course.
Awesome.
Right, so you step in. Do you head towards your seat?
I look for Mery, first thing first.
Yeah.
Awkward.
I think instinctually you might look towards, the people that you last saw her with, Lulen and Aphelion. You do so and you don't see Mery. But then you hear her trademark giggle, and it kind of horrifyingly so pulls your eyes towards Sarastra, where you see her, Mery, on Sarastra's lap, smiling.
Okay. Can I approach the table?
Yes. Of course, you also see Lancelot watching Mery from Sarastra's side.
I approach. I give like a polite nod towards Sarastra. Kind of look at Lancelot kind of meanly.
There are murmurs as like people begin to notice the two of you standing so close to each other.
Hello, my queen.
The room falls dead silent. Sarastra doesn't look at you.
Does Mery?
Mary's head begins to turn and then stops and returns back to forward, away from you. Lulen and Aphelion, what are you doing in this moment?
Trying to raise my eyebrows at Lulen, like, ignore the prince that we were just bullying.
Yeah, Lulen will... Oh, Jesus. I'll turn to Sarastra with, again, a very sickly, sweet smile. And we'll go, the guardian who was taking care of Mery this night has returned. If you are so inclined, you need not... how do I say this without hurting Mary's feelings? Holy shit. I don't have 20 charisma in real life.
She would understand.
I don't think she would understand, because just bringing her here all night.
True.
One of Sarastra's nails goes and, like, her finger twists so that a lock of Mary's shadowy hair begins to twist and twirl on it.
Oh god, what percentage of gray is she?
Well, if she hurts Mery, then she voids the contract, so she can't hurt her back. She can just make her uncomfortable. Just in time for the next course to Mery dear can return to her seat if she so wishes.
This guardian, are you sure it wishes to continue existing with the disrespect on display? Strand, would you like to make a history check?
Sure. Sticks.
Nice.
Would you two like to make a history check?
Yes.
Okay, DC 10. Strand said, "My queen."
What is wrong with that?
She's not yours.
Well, it's more that
Yeah, Lulen's going to point to Strand and basically be like, repeat after me, says her stupid fucking title to address her by instead to correct himself.
Of course, excuse me, Her Celestial and Royal Majesty, Sarastra Aestrin, Queen of Night and Magic, Duchess of the Heavens, Countess of Thorn, Mistress of Air and Darkness, Lady of the Summer Palace, and Bride of Shadows.
Aphelion gives himself a high five. Because he would try to high five Strand, but like he can't, so he high fives himself under the table, and, like trying to portray that he's proud of Strand.
Better let the Guardian know. Her eyes flick upwards towards the ceiling, like she would roll her eyes, but doing it more so would be a waste of effort. Services aren't needed. I've made her very comfortable here. She continues twirling the hair around her nail. You can all make a perception check.
Yeah, fuck you, 24!
Hey!
Yeah, I have expertise, baby!
Aphelion, you, like, with a sinking feeling in your gut, you see that Mary's hair has, like, tendrils of shadowy energy kind of existing amongst her strands of hair on that side. Her percentage was, it would go up to 60, 70%, to 50, maybe dip below 4 to about 40 when she was feeling nervous. It was at that more towards that middle point, but it sinks a bit more so to more gray as the tendrils are kind of sneaking up Sarastra's finger and beginning to reach her wrist, almost attracted to her or being pulled towards her.
Aphelion whispers to the Black Prince, I'm about to do something really stupid. Sorry. Your Majesty.
Her eyes narrow towards you. Out of turn, are we?
Oh, not so out of turn, but definitely in celebration. I would love if we could have a toast to you and your magnificence this wonderful night.
No, out of turn. It is my turn to speak. Enjoy the food. He looks away from you. And you guys never let me know what you were getting for this course, our 4th course. Do you need me to repeat the options?
The alcohol.
The alcohol.
All right, 2 orders of skull wine. Strand, what is your choice? Will you be taking your seat?
I will begrudgingly take my seat.
Okay. What will you be ordering? And any food for you two, or just the alcohol?
That's the alcohol, thank you.
Yeah.
Unless the Black Prince, motions towards some food. But
No,
that's right. That's damn right. He wouldn't.
I guess I could do the root vegetables. Surely that can't be too bad, right?
Yeah, no, you'll be fine.
When I take my seat, is there a possibility I can sit next to somebody who didn't drink when we had the initial toast? Or is that not an option?
No, yeah, go for it.
Awesome.
Yeah, other people have probably left. Not everyone stays for this entire affair, especially if they're leaving for some kind of rendezvous. So you'll probably find some kind of open seats, and it's likely that there will be one next to someone who drank either the King's Cordial or the Princess Ale. Yes. Yeah, you find someone that you noticed. Actually, these people did order the Queen's wine, but you were able, with your sharp eyes, to notice that they didn't actually drink it. They kind of mimed it and passed it off.
Okay.
Well, so you'll be getting just the root vegetables. You two are getting just the alcohol. Are you partaking in the alcohol as well in this course, Strand?
I think he's inebriated enough to do more, yeah.
Okay, so all 3 for the skull wine. All right. Yep. Mary's not sure what to order, so how about somebody roll me a d4 and we'll see what she orders for the food. That's not including the wine. 3!
Woo.
Varied mushroom accompaniments. Very nice, very classic, lovely. So, chow down on some mushrooms and just a really understated smooth sauce so that the mushrooms can really shine. Very mint of them. Likewise with the root vegetables, there is a sauce to them almost, but it's pretty simple, and you just get some very tasty root vegetables, Strand. However, the three of you are drinking the skull wine as well. In lovely golden goblets, it arrives to you. A couple people around the room order it. You take your first sips. It looks a bit strange for any kind of wine you've ever seen before. It's kind of a pinkish gray color. It's not dark. I guess it's more like a white wine. I forget that exists. It's not all red wines. So I guess it looks more like that, actually. But it definitely has a bit of a pink-ish hue to it.
It's a rosé.
The rosé.
It's a rosé. It's skull wine, though. It's skull wine. That's...
Yeah, it's brain, pretty much, I assume.
What? Anyway. Go ahead.
Spinal fluids. Delicious.
Go ahead and make some con saves for me as you intake this alcohol. Don't worry about it.
12.
All right.
Not the best across the board.
Hey, well, if you want you to use your silly bonuses and everything, do it now.
Oh, imagine having silly bonuses.
You guys are full of silly bonuses.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I have got no silly bonus.
I have got no silly bonus either.
I can make someone else worse.
Damn. All right, so these are the numbers you guys are keeping. Are you gonna make someone else have a very bad, awful day? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, why not?
Right now?
Why not? I'm gonna unsettling word someone.
That's right.
So they have to take a D8 off their saving throw.
As they're drinking, this might be somebody's brain.
If only I was the one to pull the brain from that skull myself and carve it up into little pieces to grind it down into this beautiful wine.
I'm sorry, what?
Unsettling words.
Didn't you say unsettling words?
Yeah.
Oh, you silvery barb someone?
No.
No? Okay, sorry. I was just asking. Okay, so those are your guys' numbers. Okay, so all of you take this much poison damage.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Nice.
Yeah, it was against. Do you have advantage on the saving throw as well,
If you're Fae.
Oh,
Strand? No, not if
yeah.
you're
I
Fae.
have advantage on saving throws against poison. This is
Yeah, you should roll that again then.
19.
Hell yeah.
You pass. Good job. Okay, so disregard this. You will still get this additional effect though, but it will be less intense. But yeah,
Okay.
to those of us that failed, Lulen and Aphelion, it's going to be that 7 poison damage that I rolled.
Take it.
And then as well, each of you go ahead and roll me a d8.
Oh yeah, baby. Last time I had wine like this. Ooh, you know where I was. Pinned to the wall.
All right. So okay, Aphelion, you rolled a 3. So the moment that this wine touches your lips, you are frozen, like completely stiff. The goblet still tilted, and wine passing your lips as like you're almost forced to continue swallowing it, but your eyes are dragged somewhere else. You are in a forest of some kind, like there are noises, there's an owl hooting, when suddenly, as you're running through the forest, a body drops out of the tree in front of you, and your eyes are dragged down to look at like a body that is long since decaying. You turn around shocked, and there's more dead bodies like looming over you, shadows approaching you from either side. These morbid depictions of death haunt you as you guzzle down this wine. All right, Lulen, lovely Lulen, you rolled a 2.
Yeah.
You find yourself frozen the same way Aphelion is, just 2 seats down from you. You were in a graveyard. It's a pleasant stroll at first, but you step forward, You're peering down at these different gravestones. Finally, you stop at one that feels right. And a grimace as you have to get down on your knees, kind of ruining your fine clothes, staining them at least, and wiping at the gravestone. But your vision's blurry as you try and look at what is written on it. So frustrated, you try and wipe more of the grime and the dirt off of it again and again, and you're so absorbed in that you do not realize until you feel that strong, cold grip on your arm and look down and see an undead head has reached out from the grave and is grabbing onto you. More graves, also the earth on top of them being pushed to the side as they begin to shamble towards you. All right, and then Strand, you still must also roll a d8.
Oh, I must.
You
have
still get a
missed that, my
vision.
bad.
You're just not going to be stuck in it like they are, just locked in. Okay, 6. Okay, Strand.
Yes.
Where this wine transports you, it feels almost like a familiar tug, kind of homely, as you are aboard with your trusted ferryman. What ruins, or maybe not, spices it up a bit this lovely day is what seems to be a spectral ship out in the distance. Their tattered sails and kind of like a crew of what seems to be these restless spirits aboard, sailing directly towards you. You can sit in that almost daydream if you'd like, as they approach you, kind of
Threateningly.
threateningly. Yep.
Nice.
Yep. Or you can leave this whenever you'd like. You are not trapped in it like our lovely Aphelion and Lulen are.
I think Strand kind of looks out towards this ship, kind of cocks his head a little bit, blinks a few times, and is back in the dining hall. Sort of looks quizzically at his drink and sort of pushes it forward on the table, and then kind of looks around. Did a lot of people get this drink?
Oh no. Only
no.
5 total, and you guys are 3 of them.
Oh,
Oof. Is the prince one of them?
No.
Ah,
Was he would have gotten my unsettling words.
that would have been so funny. That would have been beautiful. It would have been beautiful.
I'll lean over to this guy next to me who I knew didn't drink the toast and be like, quite the drinks they serve in this place, eh?
Oh yes, you must know which ones to avoid.
I noticed you avoided the first. I
He
didn't say
sits up a
anything.
little bit straighter and looks down at you, narrowing his eyes.
I give him a little side smile.
Quite the wagging tongue you have. Be careful
yeah.
where you place it.
Yeah, I guess I should be a little more careful. Not quite as exciting though, is it?
I would
I'm sure you've had your reasons.
I would recommend to make your words count. You never know when they could be your last.
Is that a warning or a threat?
If I must challenge you to a duel to prove that your words regarding me are nothing, then I will. So promise?
Very well, I'll promise.
Oh no, mine was. You asked. See,
You've stumped me because now I have to think back to what I have said earlier and I can't remember.
here, there is a place you can cut a mortal that will paralyze it, leaving it to only watch its own blood pour out like the last drops of wine. Continue talking to me without much of your brain following, and I'll have to show it to you sometime.
What was your name?
You think you should have it?
I didn't ask to have it. I just want to know what it is.
Give me yours, and maybe I will
Strand.
let you know mine.
My name is Strand.
Ah. Lord Silvark.
Good to meet you, Lord Silvark. What brings you to this place, if I might ask?
You are told to go places, and you say when.
It's a bit cryptic. Are you a lord of some place? I mean, I know you are Lord Silvark, but where do you hail from?
Believe me, nowhere important.
Oh, please, everywhere is important.
No.
No?
I say Lord, but my family is not even related to the Blood Royals. We hold no power, but I am from the Golden Oak Court.
Oh, and I wrote something in my notes about that court last week or something. You're from Golden Oak. I hear they
That's
have
what
a
I
big
said.
temple to Charon there.
Yes.
That's where the needle is, right?
Yes.
You know the one.
Not well.
Not
Seen
very
it
well, huh?
before, but it's not any of the most impressive things.
How is it not so impressive?
It's a needle I've never seen do anything impressive. Most holy objects do things.
This is true. Not everything requires utility to be interesting or
Shouldn't they,
historically
though?
significant.
What is something
Why
worth
should they?
keeping around if it doesn't do something for you? You think
Why
that
would
is
you
harsh,
destroy
but
something
I
just
include
because it does
happiness. Destroy, no, but they give so much attention to it. They could be doing other things. Helping the court, community service
Helping which
wasted.
court?
My court.
And your court is the Court of Golden Oak? Or is that just the city?
Where is your brain?
Well,
Is it rolled off along the floor, a couple seats down?
it might be. Hey, lighten up a little bit. Everything here seems so dour, don't you think?
No. I had to travel
No.
here for appearance's sake because some no ones have infiltrated the court and the queen has decided that they are worth this much.
Do you think that's fair?
Do you think it's fair that I'm here right now?
I asked you if you thought it was fair that you had to be here.
No. I would be more insulted and upset if I wasn't invited, but I'm upset
you
that
really?
it's happening at all. Yes. Probably mean something was about to fall out of the sky and destroy my entire court, killing everyone if I wasn't. So, you have no title to your name with which you introduced yourself. Why am I speaking to you?
Because I spoke to you first.
This conversation is over.
All right. Let me just let you know, you're not alone in this. There's quite a few others.
And rolls his eyes and then turns to another Fae across from the two of you. I'm sorry. Did you hear something? There's some noise, some bother. Just anyone seems to get in these days.
Did he say that to me, or did he turn away and say that to other people?
He said that to the Fae across from the two of you.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Turn
So,
my attention back towards the rest of the group.
okay. Now, a few servants bring out a bowl filled to the brim with lovely, beautiful jewels coming up to the side of Sarastra in between her and Lulen. Sarastra smiles, a very calculated one, perfectly poised for her image, down at the servants and waves a hand. And the jewels float up into the air, arranging themselves into a line, which, like gold and silver, begins to spin around them, kind of already molding and hardening around each one until a necklace is formed. Once that is done, she turns to the highest ranking Fae around her, which, due to, simple...
Lancelot, yeah? Or the Black Prince,
No.
Yeah.
No, she does not look at either of them.
No.
Due to the idle chit-chat around your table, you have been speaking a little bit with some of the other Fae. We haven't gone into it much. There is a Lord Chellisfield across from you, and also Ambassador Maruk.
They were shouted out to in the opening.
yeah.
Yes. And then she also gestures to Lulen. The three of you, I ask that all of you take a moment to speak a few courteous words to this lovely assemblage that I've created. Please speak to the entire hall. Lord Chellisfield and Ambassador Marek, They seem prepared, but go ahead and make insight checks, all of you.
Nice. Nice. Woo.
Not our best rolling day.
No, it's
Shell
not.
shock.
Go ahead and roll initiative, Lulen.
God. 9.
All right.
Oh.
So since you rolled first, I'll let you decide if you would like to go first or second.
Ugh. Well, they look prepared and I don't want to seem too eager. So, yeah, we'll go second.
All right. So Lord Chellisfield jumps at the chance to go first, saying, "Of course, I would love to." He begins by declaring, "In a realm where magic is weaved into its very threads, a jewel of beauty, this necklace spreads, glistening with the colors from every single moment of the rainbow. The treasure is fit for any fae, be it a lord, a lady, or goddess." He kind of bows towards Sarastra. "Each gem might as well be a star in the sky, very beads of tears from an angel's eye, my lady. Strings of opal, sapphire, and emerald, so bright, capturing the essence of pure moonlight." He will bow again for Sarastra and take a seat, kind of smirking at you. We'll see if this came off as very poetic or a bit cringeworthy in a moment. I am going to roll a d20. He has a +8.
Unsettling words.
It's only for saving throws, unfortunately.
Oh, shit.
Is a 25 for him.
It's silvery barbs, but that's mean and visible.
All right, Lulen, it is your turn.
Oh, Jesus.
You can roll your
Grace-
persuasion check first if you'd like. Get an idea of how hard you need to go. All right, so it's a 10. So you get a +3 on that, so it's a 21.
So it's a 21.
Can I give Lulen the bardic that Lulen gave me?
No!
It's not how-
That is
know.
disregarding class features at that point.
Yeah, I don't have anything to help me. That's all right.
I could do something.
Oh,
You do not learn your lesson.
No, not at all. No lesson learned. Oh, shit. Okay, I'm gonna do a wisdom saving throw. DC, 15, because he really, really wants to help you. I'm fucked. Okay. So he doesn't. He won't.
Just really, really want to fuck Aphelion up more. Oh my goodness.
Obviously.
In case it's not obvious, Bird makes that wisdom saving throw whenever he's thinking about selling more of Aphelion's days.
yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. To be fair, I don't think Lulen wants to try that hard for a fucking speech demanded by Sarastra for a fucking pretty necklace. So I think she kind of rattles off some pleasantries. It's nothing all too impressive. Lulen, oh my god, it's 4 a.m. I can't do off the riff poetry.
It's okay.
At 4 a.m. Yeah.
It's what you said. It was perfectly fine. Some sweet words.
Yeah, and
Got your 21.
definitely doesn't compare it to the stars, given Aphelion's fucking reaction just then.
-2 for not comparing it to the stars and.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. And then we have the ambassador, Maruk. Oh, he was the one who kissed Yulara.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Good on him.
He will stand and I'll roll so I can see how well do I need. He has a +6. Let's see.
Nice.
All right, so he gets a 22.
Gasp.
All right, so he gets a 22, so it's slightly better than Lulen.
I believe I've been out fucking bomb. This is so rude.
It's been a wild night. It's an off night.
At least he can't hurt you.
I'm half tempted to fucking silvery barbs him.
I think you
Gasp.
should.
No,
Aphelion would spend a day to make it quiet.
it's
God.
it's bad etiquette.
And
All
these
right.
bitches are trying to upstage the princess.
All right, so he will say,
Would it count as a Fae prank if I laugh during his speech and silvery barbs?
I'll spend a day to make it look not magical.
"Hey,
Spend a day.
yeah, it could be seen as a prank, probably, depending on how well you put it off. If it ever comes up, stuff like that." Stop rolling the wisdom saving throw.
He passed the first one.
Pack it in.
The star isn't even asking for it.
I'll keep it up. He packed it in.
Oh my
He
goodness.
passed the first one. I'll pack it up. I'm packing it up. Okay.
Okay, I need to get this out. Okay, guys. Okay.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm silvery barbsing.
Holy okay. Okay, fine. Roll another one. Oh boy.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, it's a 14. 14 for Ambassador M. Wow. Okay. He begins with, "Oh, eyes like the morning dew, adorn this necklace, let it shine for you." And Lulen giggles. And his eyes like jerk in her direction. He stumbles, falters for a moment. "In the realm of your honor, wonder, where dreams take flight. Let this lovely jewel necklace be your guiding light. Wear it proudly. Let its beauty gleam, a symbol of power, a magical dream.
Woo! Very good.
In the heart of the forest, where secrets lie. Let this lovely jewel necklace never fade or die." Just like staring directly at you, blinking to clear his vision. You're the only one clapping.
Aphelion would raise his hands to clap because Lulen's clapping, and then slowly lower them. No one else
slowly sits down. You kind of feel like there are eyes on him, and not in the good way, because the display from Eulara's dance, actually being kissed by her in that way, lowered his status already. And as he comes in at last place with the least impressive speech, his status lowers again. People look at him with disdain.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Lulen's playing 4D chess because she can, play it off that, oh, jealousy, Eulara. It's fine.
Kind of quietly, as you're still clapping, Lulen, to your left, you hear Mery's little voice kind of shyly chime in. She says, just like her head turned towards Sarastra, but it's very shiny. It's like a rainbow on a string. It has so many colors, and it really sparkles wherever the light hits it. Whoever gets to wear it is really very, very lucky. It really looks like it's just pure magic, made from a fairy's hand. I imagine whoever ends up wearing it will just twirl and dance with it on like all day long. And they'll sing songs with it around their neck, and they'll feel really strong with it. I mean, you could even take it on adventures, and everyone would be impressed. And you better take it places, because it's something to show off. It shouldn't be left like in a jewelry box forever. Too scared to go outside. You should take it with you and have everyone look at it. All right, Mery will roll her persuasion.
Mary's
With
getting the
advantage.
silvery buff. Yeah. there you go.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Yes. Oh shit! Whoa. She's tying.
Yeah, but Sarash.
Can I guidance her? Can I guidance her? Can I guidance her? Actually,
While she's speaking,
forgot that I have guidance. Can I guidance her?
you can't really touch her at this time.
Shit. That's right. Guidance is touching people.
You feel like
Folks, friends.
Gonna wink at Mary as she's talking. She gets a bardic.
oh my god. Okay,
Yeah.
well then she definitely beats him, huh?
Yeah.
You had a bardic left.
I have 2 left, like, after that.
Okay. Right.
All right. Celeste smiles and pets her head again, and then the necklace floats down from where it's been, slowly turning in the air above the table and settles around her neck. Mery receives a +4 to status as the winner of the necklace.
Good for her. Moving up in the world.
She smiles wide, like so happy.
Getting evil grandma's approval.
Woo!
Let's fucking go.
Let's go. Let's go, I guess.
That's our ward. Let's go.
And she legitimately
Let's go.
won that. Okay, so 5th course. This is the Swan Thieves course. I haven't been saying the names of the courses. You guys just did the Underworld course. Now it's the silver swans and their lunar jewels, shaved goose eggs with saffron crust, flying swans with falling crowns, or spun glass goblets of gooseberry wine. What would you like to partake in?
Are the people next to me ordering the alcohol stuff?
You see, many people are ordering swans and crowns this round. But the person next to you actually gets up to leave during this course.
Interesting. I'll get the gooseberry wine. It's just alcohol for us, I guess.
Jeez, you're getting drunk.
Yeah, well, I mean, he already was. And
Alright,
the
what
rest
are
of
you?
this
Mhm.
feels evil, so...
What are the 2 of you getting? Lulen
What's the prince
and-
doing?
My goodness. The prince will also get the swans and crowns.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lots of people are getting that.
Yeah, let's get it.
All right. So, alive, fully feathered, singing swans croon at you as they are wheeled out. And right next to your table begin to be carved for your pleasure, directly onto your plates. Meanwhile, there are also swans overhead, flying over the tables and dropping tiny crowns down onto all of the diners in the room. Anyone can try and catch one, either in your hands or, if you'd like, directly onto your head.
Oh,
Would you like to try?
Yeah. Why not? I'll take.
Cute.
All right, so declare hands or head.
Hands.
Hands.
Mm-hmm.
Lulen.
Head.
Head. Okay. Strand, would you
Ooh.
still like to
Go
try,
around
even though you didn't order this dish?
If one falls and, is close enough to me that it
Oh, yeah,
wouldn't be
there's
going out of my
plenty.
way, then hands.
All right. All 3 of you, go ahead and roll me an acrobatics check.
Hell yeah. Hell
You
yeah.
have 1 head.
No.
Could I potentially do athletics, or is it
It is an acrobatics check,
Okay.
this one, yeah.
Do I get advantage on that, or am I just a fucking poor ass lonely soul?
No, a 9 is enough to catch it in your hands, actually.
Oh.
It's quite easy. It falls quite slowly. The challenge is truly at trying to catch it without your hands right on your head, which Lulen, a 20, is enough to do. Great job.
Hey.
Right, Mery will also try.
Nice.
Oh.
A 5. She's about to mess up, But Sarastra, you assume, makes the crown slow down as it gets about eye level with her, and she's able to catch it with a 5. I'll roll for Svenk.
Go.
No, I was about to. Wait. If Aphelion is going before Svenk, can he present it to Svenk? This was the point.
Oh my god.
This was the point. You said hands, and I was like, yeah, hands, as in Hans.
Oh my god. All right, how are you doing that?
I would just very gently whisper Svenk, and then like with a very like, oh my god, I just caught it, like very excited look on his face, present it towards him in his hands, like pushing it kind of into his space, but not fully into his space. It's a clear like, take it.
His hand slowly goes on top of yours and pushes your hands down. What are you doing?
What?
Wow. Holy shit. All right. You are all right. Yeah, you're distracting him. Yeah. Okay. As he's still at the same time as lowering your hands and giving you a very like pointed look, like please stop embarrassing me silently in his head. The tiny crown falls and lands right on top of his head.
Aphelion lets out a tiny little oh. And then he gives like a very sad puppy dog eye look and slowly lowers his hands. He like bats his eyelashes at the prince still.
Oh,
like,
please stop looking at me like that. I will walk you wherever you want. Just stop.
Aphelion immediately stops, turns around, eats his food, and has like the wicked grin on his face.
If Strand was close by, he'd give you a high five.
Aphelion high-fives himself again.
For Strand.
For Strand.
All right, we're powering through. We're gonna go to dessert.
Oh my god.
It is at 8:30. No fucking way.
Yeah, it's 8:30.
Wait, for real? Oh my god. Time has flown by.
No. I was so surprised we got so much done.
I know.
I am determined. I am determined to get through this. I actually thought we were gonna do this and then another thing, but we didn't.
No.
So,
Of course not.
I was sure we were only going to make it a little bit of the way through, and then we'll have at least a third day, you know?
I thought we might
that we were going to get to course 4.
Really?
Hey.
Holy shit! We were in between
made
course
sense.
2 and 3. I thought we might even have combat today. Like,
I don't know. With all these crowns falling, I imagine they might be mind control crowns, and everyone might just start attacking us, you know?
Fucking SpongeBob the movie, I guess.
All hail Plankton, you know?
All that plankton.
Oh, plankton.
what dessert do you guys want?
What
I
we
want
got?
the children's tears. I'm so curious.
That's drinks.
Dessert.
Drinks aren't coming out. Here, I should read the options anyway.
Oh, okay.
All right, so we've got candied roses, smoke puff pastry with gold center, castle pastry with inhabitants and orchards, chocolate egg, and spun glass goblets of iced cinnamon pear wine are your options. What dessert would you like?
I wasn't listening.
Oh my god.
Isn't it?
Candied roses.
What's the prince eating?
The prince will eat a castle pastry.
Aphelion will eat a candied rose.
Okay. Cowards. Strand, what are you eating?
Wait.
Chocolate egg. I'm curious.
Okay. All right. So,
Castle pastry with inhabitants and orchard.
I don't feel like Strand would be comfortable eating a castle that has things living in it, you know?
So, Mery will also have some candied roses. They're absolutely delicious. I can't think of anything other than what Daisy literally made. I think that is exactly what it is. They're roses, like they're candied roses. They're roses with hard sugar over them. They're lovely. crunchy.
Rose.
Yes. Let's do Svenk real quick. All right. So the castle pastry with inhabitants and orchards. It is like a puff pastry castle that's been built, and then during the baking, it's kind of outgrown its shape a bit in places, but it really just adds to the beautiful castle aesthetic. However, this castle is full of tiny, tiny little inhabitants who scream and flee as he cuts into it and brings pieces to his mouth. And the orchards are very tasty fruit morsels that he enjoys thoroughly, as well as, chewing on these little dude's bones. The chocolate egg arrives for Strand, and it's a chocolate egg that's about the size. It's like bigger than your head, honestly.
Oh, jeez.
Placed in front of you. How would you like to eat this?
Did they give me tools with this egg?
Yeah, I mean, you have. Oh, do you want a little? Ooh, yeah. I bet they would give you like a spike and a little mallet,
like a chisel and a hammer.
Yeah,
Right, yeah.
Like how people eat. Is it soft-boiled eggs? How they do that on the little platform thingy? No, I've never been this dignified, so I wouldn't know. But I think I've seen it before.
I think I know
Daisy's
what
giggling.
you're talking about.
People also use it. People also use it to crack open like roasts that have been cooked in clay.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so anyway, I start chiseling.
All right, yeah. It is just a coating of chocolate. You were able to...
I knew it.
You reveal inside kind of in this like gelatin-ish mixture that's clear enough for you to see and look directly at the face of a boiled duckling inside.
God damn, what kind of duck is this? It's massive.
The fae across from you that had, received the slighted complaints about your insistent talking earlier kind of looks at you. What did you expect to find in an egg?
I mean, exactly this, but a duck this size and,
In an egg that size?
I wasn't expecting a duck.
It's an egg.
Are ducks this large in your world? Huh?
They look at you and
Were you
then
saying something?
look back down at their food and keep eating, shaking their head.
Huh. Okay. Well, I don't eat the duck.
They
For
turn
obvious
to someone next to them and say, Buddy, I see animals. Their lips are moving, almost like speech. Will Her Majesty ever have them defanged?
Huh? Was that directed at me, or am I eavesdropping?
Know about you. Or eavesdropping. You're eavesdropping, I guess.
Oh, okay.
To your other side, you hear a voice. Sorry, it is a bit weird the first time. Is this your first time dining here? It seems like
Oh,
it.
yeah. First time in this life. Yeah. Sorry? I didn't catch your name. I'm Strand. Who are you?
That's okay. I forgive you. Oh, Daytrim.
Daytrim?
Yes.
What brings you to this place, huh?
I'm with other people, but I'm not allowed to sit with them, so I am here. Oh, you mean the court, not the table. Or did you mean the table?
Either or.
Oh, well, I answered. Your turn.
Oh, I'm also at this table because I'm not allowed to sit at the other one.
Well, better to be a rat in the pot than a hog in a trap.
I like that saying. I'm probably going to steal that at some point.
Oh, well, you should know where it's from. It's goblin, so...
It's goblin. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Where you come from?
Yeah, this is a bit further away as this hobgoblin is speaking to you.
Mm-hmm. A bit further away.
Actually, where I'm from doesn't exist anymore, so it'd be hard to even talk about it. And
Oh,
it's
that's
in
a
goblin, which
shame.
isn't fun for, fae to say. Which is why I don't recommend saying... And the proverb, it makes more sense in goblin. Better rat in the pot than a hog at the trap. I'm not sure how much that really lands. Not great.
I think it works just fine.
You want another one?
Shoot.
Maybe it'll help you as you navigate the final drinks before the royals depart.
Oh? What's so special about these final drinks?
Oh, no, it's dreadful and applause, boring. Almost makes you wish something would happen so you didn't have to do it anymore. You just go home and sleep or something.
Wouldn't that be something?
Right? Let me know how this one translates.
Okay.
Better copper today than silver tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? No?
Better a lesser good now than a greater good later.
And to be left with nothing today. Kind of what it's trying to say, but it works less well. And yeah, you should learn Goblin, a little bit. It's actually a quite beautiful language. People think it sounds angry all the time, but it's not. It's really not.
Yeah, a lot of people have difficulty seeing beyond just the surface level of things, so
that's what I'm saying.
It's nice to see somebody who appreciates things on a deeper level.
Mm-hmm. I could teach you a bit of Goblin right now if you wanted.
Not sure I'll retain too much of it. I am quite inebriated.
Even better to just speak Goblin with.
All right, just then. What do you
lower the inhibitions. The noises are strange to tongues that are used to speaking this umbral, right? And we speak umbral too, but mostly because we have to. It's almost comforting to speak Goblin, so I am just excited for an excuse to speak Goblin. Okay, I will say it slowly first.
All right.
Squeak! Tick-tack! Grubble-nash! Snick-snack!
Incredible.
Oh, Greek, double-dack, snick-snack? I butchered that, didn't I?
It's okay. It was close. Go ahead and make a intelligence check, and if you roll high enough, I will post what I said in the chat for you to copy instead. 6. Now that was perfect. I'll do it again, and you can roll again.
Okay.
Listen.
I'm listening.
It's Greek, tick-tack,
tick-tack,
grumble-nash, snick-snack.
Gumbo-nash, snick-snack.
Grumble, like you're upset. Grumble-nash.
Grumble-nash.
Yes, tick-tack.
What? Tick-tack, rumble, snack.
No. It's okay. It's close. It's just you. Instead of asking for the shiny trinket, you're saying you're going to put this shiny trinket somewhere, and the implications in Goblin are not good.
That's fun, ain't it?
Yeah. Thank you. You've made me smile today.
Thank you.
Here it is anyway, just for prosperity.
Oh goodness. You guys keep saying that I am a Riz Lord. I disagree.
Hey,
you made me smile today.
2 out of 4 ain't bad.
2 out of 4.
2 out of 4? What am I 2 out of 4 with? Oh.
Spoken
see.
to who like you.
Oh yeah. I just gotta find the weirdos,
All right, so we have made it to about the end of our session. However, our final drinks are beginning to be brought out. The tables are kind of shifted to the side so that dancing can take place all along the hall. When suddenly, one of the servants carrying the drinks lets out a shriek. All of the drinks they were carrying tumbling and shattering on the ground. A dozen roaches are scampering up the servant goblin's legs, and he's trying to shake them off. Then, in a flash, roaches are everywhere, coating the food, floating in the wine goblets, and crunching underfoot. A clacking, hissing voice says, "How is it that no one invited your 4th guest and the king's favorites, Agishagal? How is that I was spurred? Now my followers shall have their feast." Everyone starts running for the exits. The party is over, as is our session today. Thank you, guys.
Fuck.
They're just roaches, man.
Yeah.
They're here to clean up after us.
Fucking Agishagal.
Fucking Agishagal.
What happened to my walk home, bitch?